Hello everyone and welcome to Teacher Nolan's English Podcast. Today I will be giving you my recommendations for learning a second language. Hello and welcome to Teacher Nolan's English Podcast. I'm your host, Teacher Nolan. I've been teaching English as a second language for 4 years and learning Chinese for 4 years, so I understand the challenges and joys of learning a new language. Today I'll share my recommendations for becoming successful in learning a second language. The first step is using the self-study methods. Let's start with self-study. At the beginning of your language learning journey, focus on building your vocabulary. Learning common words and phrases is like gathering tools you'll need for communication. Start small with everyday words like food, greetings, or household items. Once you have a basic vocabulary, begin practicing simple grammar patterns. For example, in English, work on sentences like I like apples or she is running. Building this foundation step by step will help you feel more confident. When preparing for your first class, think about your goals. Are you learning for business purposes, travel, or school? Knowing your purpose can help you and your teacher focus on the right vocabulary and skills. Also try different teachers until you find one you feel comfortable with. Every teacher has their own style, and it's okay to take your time finding the right match. Some learners even work with more than one teacher. For example, having 2 teachers you meet with once a week can expose you to different accents, teaching methods, and a broader vocabulary. So now let's talk about finding a suitable teacher. Once you've gained some confidence, focus on finding a teacher who matches your level and goals. At the beginning stage, I recommend a teacher who speaks your native language. They can explain grammar and vocabulary in a way that's easier to understand. As you improve, this becomes less important. Instead, think about the accent you want to learn, American, British, or others, and look for a teacher who speaks that way. This will help you sound more natural as you progress. Step 4 is practicing in a natural environment. Finally, practice in a natural environment. This means trying to use the language with native speakers. As you reach an intermediate level, speaking with non-teachers, like friends or coworkers, will help you understand how people talk in real life. If you don't live in a place where the language is spoken, don't worry. You can listen to podcasts like this one, or watch TV shows in your target language. Listening to native speakers will improve your pronunciation and teach you natural phrases. One thing to keep in mind is that some languages are easier to learn than others, depending on your native language. For example, as a Chinese speaker learning English, you might find it more difficult compared to a Spanish speaker because Chinese and English are very different. But don't let that stop you. With the right strategies, anyone can learn a new language. To sum up, remember these 4 tips. Start with self-study and focus on vocabulary and simple grammar. Prepare for your first class by thinking about your goals and finding a teacher you're comfortable with. Find a teacher who matches your level and the accent you want to learn. Practice in a natural environment and listen to native speakers. With patience and persistence, you'll see progress. Remember, learning a new language is a journey, not a race. Thanks for listening to Teacher Nolan's English Podcast. I hope you found these tips helpful. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to discuss in future episodes, send me a message. Until next time, keep practicing and happy learning. For a copy of today's transcript, comprehension quiz, and answer key, please visit my Patreon. My Patreon is Teacher Nolan English. Here you can find many resources to further improve your English learning. Thank you.